Welcome, I'm Dr. Melina Roberts, and I want to talk about dehydration, because I think a lot of us are walking around dehydrated, not drinking enough water. So I want to go through 8 signs that you may be dehydrated, and you might have any of these symptoms would give us a good indication that you might be not drinking enough water. So one sign can be if you have dry skin, dry lips, dry mouth. These can all be indications that you're just not drinking enough water. So sometimes I can see that just by looking at people's lips, and their lips look all dry. You can see that they may not be taking in enough water. Another thing can be if you're constipated. So if you're not moving your bowels at least once a day, this can be an indication that you're dehydrated. So if you're experiencing any sort of constipation, try increasing your water. And if that helps to move those bowels on a regular basis, it may just be that you're dehydrated. Now, a third one is looking at your urine. So if your urine is a dark yellow color, this can be telling us that you're dehydrated, that you're definitely not taking in enough water. So, and I know a lot of athletes tend to do this. They tend to look at their urine to just make sure that they're taking in enough water. So a fourth indication that you may be dehydrated is if you experience any sort of muscle cramps. So if you're experiencing muscle cramps, and sometimes people are getting them in the night and they wake them up at night, people will experience them sometimes when it's with activity, or people are just sitting there and they experience those muscle cramps. Sometimes it can be because you're not drinking enough water. Now, another one is headaches. So a number of people experience headaches, and sometimes it's because we are dehydrated. So if you experience headaches, what I encourage you to do is, again, increase your water intake and see if those headaches start to subside, because often that's the case. And I know that a lot of people experience headaches, but a lot of people are walking around dehydrated as well. Now, another thing, and it's kind of related to headaches, but if you're experiencing some lightheadedness or some dizziness, this may be an indication that you're dehydrated as well. So we want to make sure that you're drinking enough water, especially if you're experiencing any of that lightheadedness. So some of that is that you stand up quickly and you just feel a little bit dizzy and off, and sometimes it goes to more of an extreme of that vertigo feeling and that dizziness feeling. So making sure that you're drinking water. Now, another indication that you might be dehydrated is if you're experiencing some sleepiness and tiredness throughout the day. And so this is those fatigue pictures, and it can be at any time in the day, but sometimes it's that you need to be drinking more water. And that can be the cause of that fatigue. So if you're experiencing any sort of sleepiness, tiredness, fatigue, you want to increase your water intake and see if that might be one of the causes of why you're experiencing that symptom. And another thing that might indicate that you're dehydrated is if you have increased hunger. So some people are dehydrated and they are eating more to try to fill that because they have that increased hunger, and really what they need is to be drinking a glass of water instead of having that extra snack or a bigger meal. You need to be drinking water. All right, so these are 8 indications that you may be dehydrated. And so if you experience any of those, try increasing your water. Water is extremely important in how the body functions. It's one of the foundational aspects of our health. So we really want to make sure that we're drinking, I say at least 2 liters of filtered water a day. All right, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate you being here and listening to my blogs, and I encourage you to share this with your friends, to press the like button, to make a comment below, and until next time, continue to learn, grow, and build health.